morning. Hello, everybody. Hi, happy stampers. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I go live every Sunday for super fun, super adorable projects using Stampin' Up! Product. So I'm super excited to show you guys these projects today, and just thank you so much for watching with me on a Sunday morning. Wanted to make a little purse, and I made a faux leather purse, and I know it's kind of hard to see in the lighting, but you can see it's shiny and textured like a leather purse. Now I have to give credit to French Martin. She taught me, her video taught me how to do that faux leather look. Can you guys guess how this is done? Just guesses? I'll be curious to see what you guys think. How do you get that faux shiny leather look? And it's such a cool look, and it's such a cool feel. And I did the kind of black and white, kind of stark. I don't know, I like black and white together. I think it's really cool. So here's my faux leather purse. Now I used the purse dies. I didn't use the stamp set. And then I also used the 3D stone embossing folder. This is part of that Power of Hope bundle that you get for Celebration. It's free with a $100 purchase, and it comes with the Power of Hope stamp set. So, like I have said in the past, this is the embossing folder is worth it just on its own, but then that beautiful stamp set is just like a bonus. Okay, so what I did was I cut out 2 pieces of the purse dies. So I just did 2 dies in basic black. And then I also cut out white handles and a white pocket. These are all out of the dies. And then I took silver and I did silver clasp, like silver little buckles, and a silver button. Okay, so we're going to set those silver things away so that they don't get lost, and our other little pieces. And what we have to do is we have to run our embossing folder, run this through our embossing folder. One of the things I will point out about this technique is when you emboss the cardstock, it becomes very hard and brittle. So as you start folding and putting the bag together, the sides could tear. So just be really careful. If you don't like that, you can always just do the front and back and leave the sides just plain black. I'm going to do the whole thing so I can show you, and I'm going to pray that I don't tear that I don't tear the bag on Facebook Live, because you know that's something that I would do. Okay, so we're going to just emboss these 2 pieces of the purse with that 3D stone embossing folder. And we'll do the second piece as well. And it fits almost perfectly. The edges come off just slightly, but it's like perfect. Right? I need that bag in a big size too. Okay. So, now that I've done that, we get to do the faux look, which is going to be so cool. I'm going to take my scrap of paper that's going to kind of catch all my embossing powder. So this technique uses Versamark ink and clear embossing powder. So the first thing you do is you just want to rub the embossing powder all over your cardstock. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Doesn't need to get in the grooves or anything like that, but you just want it to be covered. I'm going to do the second one as well. I'm going to need to re-ink my Versamark after this, I think. Okay, so we have our 2 pieces. Now, for the first one, we're going to take our clear embossing powder, and I am just going to pour it all over my bag. Okay. You just kind of want to spread it around, make sure it goes everywhere. Where your fingers touch is where it's going to remove some. So be careful how you touch it. All right, I'm going to pour this back. Look where the embossing powder is stuck all around where I put that Versamark ink. All right, so we're going to do it again. Uh-oh, did it freeze again? Okay, it looks like it's freezing and hopefully it catches up. I don't know. Everything looks good on my end, but I can see that that Facebook is lagging. Okay, I'm going to keep going because I think eventually it will catch up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tweezers and heat it, and I'm going to do it like Ashley does and do it underneath the cardstock, which I think is so cool. She says it blows less of the powder away. All right. There we go, guys. How cool is that? All right. So like I said, and I mentioned before, it does become kind of brittle and hard. So just be very gentle when you're folding, because it feels like very, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like stiff leaves almost. Just be very careful with it. So I'm just folding along the score lines now. Like there's one that tore right there. Oh, yeah, you gotta be really careful. You can hear the paper as I'm folding. Okay, so there's one. So now you have these two pieces. So now we get to put it together. So we're going to take tear and tape. You could also use liquid glue, but I like tear and tape. We are going to put tear and tape along these side tabs. Now, the tear and tape actually struggles with sticking to that embossed powder. You have to give it a minute and you kind of have to rub it down to bond to that embossed powder. So we're just going to peel it back. Oh, these would make adorable Santa bags. And so I just glued those two sides together. So the flaps are down to the bottom. This is the top. Now we're going to fold it over and we are going to adhere these two sides together. So you just line up the top and line up the bottom like so. And then the bottom side, I just put the two side flaps in. And I'm like so afraid. Just be really gentle with this. I'm going to put a strip of tear and tape here. Look how shiny that bag is. So cool. Woo. And then I'm going to put a strip of tear and tape here. Okay, so we'll peel that back. It's taking the glue with it. Don't take the glue with it. And peel this back. Okay, so fold and then fold. And you can use your bone folder and push down on the inside to make sure you have a nice seal. Okay? All right, so there's the bag. Now what we're gonna do is decorate. So one of the things I recommend is when you're doing the handles, take your bone folder and curl the handles so that it folds, or it's more pliable. It just kind of loosens the fibers so that it does what you want it to do. But before you glue your handles down, you need to put your buckles on. So now we have the buckles and the buttons. So we're gonna just weave a little buckle in here. And I have been playing with what is the best way to glue this down. I think liquid glue is. You could do tear and tape. I don't think a glue dot's gonna be strong enough. I might do a combination of a glue dot and tear and tape. We'll see how tear and tape does. Okay, so we're just going to stick that down to the side of the purse. I'm going to do the same thing on this end. I'm going to put a glue dot in the center. And this glue dot is, my intention for the glue dot is to hold the cardstock to the buckle so it doesn't move. And as I say that, it moves. And then we'll put a piece of the tear and tape on the bottom of it. Okay, so when you're doing the buckle, just fold over. So it's straight like this. Just fold it over and push down. And you can see that because I curled that cardstock, it's much more pliable and it does what I want it to do. Let's do the exact same thing on the back side. Take our piece. I don't even think it needs a glue dot. I'm just going to put tear and tape. I'm going to do the other side too, because while it's off, it'll be a little bit easier. Where's the end of my tear and tape? There it is. Okay, and then we're going to glue it down. On both sides. Okay, and then we have our little, let me put this away, our little pocket and our button. So I'm just going to put liquid glue on our pocket and glue that down. It'll take a second to dry. And then I'm going to take my button. Now this is a bigger button than the first one I used. I wanted to see it in this size to see which one I liked better. And that is it, my friends. Look at this adorable handbag. And it has a lot of space. And you can use it like this, or you can push out the sides and use it like this. So it has a lot of space inside. Super cute, right? Thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous week. We will see you guys all next week for more fun. And then the week after that, I'm weekend retreat. I'm so excited. All right, you guys. Bye. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.